Welcome to Charles Travels, where we explore the hidden gems and unsung heroes of America's heartland. I'm your host, Charles, and I'm delighted to take you on a journey to a place that embodies the spirit of tradition, conservation, and community. Today, we're heading to Nebraska City, Nebraska, to visit the enchanting Arbor Lodge State Historical Park and Arboretum. As we meander through the rolling hills and lush landscapes of Nebraska, the story of Arbor Lodge comes alive. This historic estate, nestled in the heart of the Great Plains, was once the home of J. Sterling Morton, a pioneering newspaper editor and later U.S. Secretary of Agriculture. It was here, within the walls of this 52-room mansion, that the concept of Arbor Day took root. In 1872, Morton proposed a day dedicated to planting trees, with the vision of making the Nebraska plains feel more hospitable and humane. As we stroll through the Arboretum, the rustling of leaves and the sweet scent of blooming flowers transport us to a bygone era. The mature groves, some of which date back to Morton's original plantings, stand tall as testaments to the power of conservation and ecology. The variety of native and non-native trees, carefully curated by the Arbor Day Foundation, is a marvel in itself. We walk along winding paths that weave through the landscape, tracing the evolution of ideas about agriculture, nature, and community. The mansion, with its unique architectural additions, reflects Morton's changing tastes and ambitions over the years. Each room tells a story of innovation, experimentation, and dedication to the cause of conservation. As we explore the estate, we're reminded that even the smallest actions can have a profound impact on our environment and our communities. As we visit Arbor Lodge State Historical Park and Arboretum, we're not just witnessing history, we're experiencing the living legacy of a man who dared to dream of a greener, more compassionate world. And as we continue our journey through America's hidden corners, we're reminded that the stories of ordinary people doing extraordinary things are often the most inspiring of all. We'll be right back with more fascinating travel adventures on Charles Travels. Welcome back to Charles Travels. As we continue our journey through the stories that shape America, we find ourselves in the bustling city of New York, where fashion and culture converge. Today, we're shining a spotlight on a tale that reminds us of the unsung heroes behind the glamour of the fashion world. In a gesture that speaks volumes about the importance of recognizing the backbone of any industry, New York City Mayor Zohran Mamdani chose to skip the prestigious Met Gala, instead using his platform to highlight the often overlooked workers who make the fashion industry tick. By celebrating 6 fashion industry workers, including seamstresses, tailors, retail workers, and delivery drivers, Mayor Mamdani brought attention to the dedicated individuals whose talents and hard work are frequently overshadowed by the glitz and glamour of runway models and celebrity attendees. As we delve into this story, we're reminded that the beauty of fashion is not just about the designs or the brands, it's also about the people who bring these creations to life. The meticulous stitches of a seamstress, the precision cuts of a tailor, and the tireless efforts of retail workers and delivery drivers are all integral parts of the process that culminates in the spectacle of events like the Met Gala. This gesture by Mayor Mamdani serves as a poignant reminder of the dignity of ordinary work and the importance of acknowledging the contributions of every individual, regardless of their role. In an industry where the spotlight often falls on designers and models, it's refreshing to see attention being drawn to those whose work might otherwise go unnoticed. As we explore this story, we're also invited to reflect on the broader themes of labor, appreciation, and the human element in industries that are often perceived as being solely about beauty and luxury. It prompts us to consider the faces behind the fabrics, the hands that craft each piece, and the lives that are touched by the fashion industry's extensive supply chain. In celebrating these workers, Mayor Mamdani not only honors their dedication and skill, but also underscores the value of fairness and recognition in the workplace. This act of highlighting the unseen heroes of the fashion world is a powerful reminder that every job, no matter how visible or invisible, contributes to the rich tapestry of our society. Welcome back to Charles Travels. As we conclude our journey today, I want to take a moment to reflect on the stories that have touched our hearts and minds. From the inspiring tales of resilience to the thought-provoking discussions on social issues, we've explored a wide range of topics that remind us of the complexities and beauty of human experience. As the first sit here, preparing to share our final story with you, I'm reminded of the importance of empathy, compassion, and understanding. It's easy to get caught up in our own worlds, but it's the stories that challenge us, that make us uncomfortable, and that push us to think differently, that ultimately help us grow. Today's final story is one that requires courage, sensitivity, and a willingness to confront the darker aspects of human nature. It's a story about the alleged leader of a global satanic child abuse ring, who was recently arrested in Sydney, Australia. The details of this case are disturbing, and I want to warn our listeners that the content may be triggering for some. According to reports, the accused, Landon Germanata Mills, was found with a vast collection of child abuse material, including images and videos that are too horrific to describe. The investigation, led by the NSW Police Child Abuse Squad, uncovered a network of individuals who were sharing and accessing this material online. What's particularly disturbing about this case is the alleged involvement of individuals who claim to be journalists, activists, and even law enforcement officers. It's a stark reminder that evil can hide in plain sight, and that we must remain vigilant in our pursuit of justice and protection for the most vulnerable members of our society. As the first reflect on this story, I'm reminded of the importance of community, of supporting one another, and of creating safe spaces for survivors to share their stories. It's a complex issue, one that requires a multifaceted approach, but ultimately, it's about recognizing the inherent value and dignity of every human being. As we conclude today's episode, I want to leave you with a sense of hope and resilience. Despite the darkness that exists in our world, there are countless individuals working tirelessly to create positive change. There are organizations, support groups, and hotlines available for those who need help. If you or someone you know is affected by child abuse or exploitation, please reach out to the National Sexual Abuse and Redress Support Service, Lifeline, or Kids Helpline. Remember, you are not alone and there is help available. That's all for today's Charles Travels. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and until next time, keep on traveling.